It's really...
Wow. Boom.
Well, what was the last time you called yourself despicable?
This morning,
And why?
because I didn't make the coffee for my wife.
Okay, I'm guessing that your wife called you despicable.
No, I said, oh, honey, I've done something despicable.
Okay.
No, that's not true. The last time I actually used despicable, it's not a word that's commonly used. It's a fun word to say, though.
If you could participate in the crime of the universe, what would that crime be?
I would steal the Mona Lisa, and I'd hang it over my fireplace, and I'd invite my friends over.
And then you will throw small things on the painting and destroy it?
Oh, no, no. I'd have them come over, and I would tell them it's the real one, and they wouldn't believe me, and I'd laugh internally.
That reminds me a lot of the core of Le Dîner de Cons, the movie that you already remaked, which I really adore the original one. I haven't seen the new one, because that film deals a lot with the idea of stupidity, and it puts the question who is stupid and who is not.
Right.
So knowing that you are doing a lot of goofy characters through your comedy, what's your comment about stupidity? Is there a word that you could use to describe what stupidity means for you?
Well, I think it's in the eye of the beholder too, and that, you know, and I met the director of the original, and we spoke about that, and sort of the, you know, our version is called Dinner for Schmucks, and it's the whole idea of what is perceived to be stupid is really very subjective, because especially in I think these movies, it's a matter of you know, it's a matter of how other people perceive certain individuals that might be eccentric or sort of just go by their own set of rules, but they're not necessarily stupid.
If you could put somebody in the box of silence, who would that be and why?
Wow, is there anybody that needs to go in the box of silence? It's pretty harsh. I don't know if I'd... Our neighbor has a dog that barks at like 11 at night that I could put in the box of silence for a little while. I think they'd be fine.
I'm an addicted fan of The Office. I think it's one of the funniest TV series, and probably the only TV series that it has been adapted from a British one, and it's a million times better the American one.
Oh, that's nice.
So how difficult is creating a totally different kind of humor through your character, and at the same time be original and unique?
Well, it's a matter of, we took the template of the original show, but didn't try to mimic it, and I think that was our executive producer was responsible for that. None of us wanted to do impersonations of the original characters, but to kind of use the conceit of a documentary being placed in a very mundane setting, and then just let it play out. So I think it was a matter of just not trying to recreate anything, but just sort of starting from scratch, at least in our heads.
I'm coming from a country that the economical crisis is a reality,
yes,
and we experience it on a daily basis. Your character tries to steal the moon just for his own.
Right.
So if you could steal something to help Greece have a better future, what would that be?
The moon.
The moon?
Yes, because if you were able to steal the moon and then put the moon in Greece, I mean, you've got some great tourist attractions already, but if you also had the moon, I think your economy would go crazy.
And just a very short question.
Sure.
You worked also with Tina Fey, who is Greek and she's adorable.
She is.
You both work in two different TV series with a totally different sense of humor. So how was working with her, and what do you think is the thing that makes her unique?
Well, it was great working with her. I think she's one of the smartest, funniest people I've ever met. And I think what makes her unique is the fact that she's very honest with her comedy. She's very specific, and her observations about life and about human behavior are laser sharp. And I think that's why people respond to her.
Thank you so much for your time. Unfortunately,
thank you.
that was our last
Appreciate it.
It's so
Thank
nice
you.
seeing you again.
Like.